one can change what happened last year. The past is beyond our control. You have to accept this in order to move forward. Every single choice will affect your fate and the fate of those around you.
Until Dawn is a game that accomplishes exactly what it sets out to be. It's an inspired B-movie interactive horror game that brings together all your favorite early 90s and early 2000s horror films all under one roof. The stereotypical horny teenagers on an isolated mountain, a tragic event that fuels the backstory, the Scooby-Doo split up in the search for clues, it's all there. Supermassive Games Until Dawn is, in essence, an interactive choose-your-own-adventure game, and it's never ashamed of it. It's an epic combination of Cabin in the Woods, Scream, Saw, The Descent, Heavy Rain, and Life is Strange. At the start of the game, its characters are cliché as horror movies go, and while it may turn off some gamers in the first couple of hours, those who stick with it will be immensely surprised by the game's evolution. The gameplay is similar to that of a Telltale game, or even more noticeably, Heavy Rain. While you control your character's movement throughout most of the game, a lot of the time interactions and action scenes are scripted through the use of QuickTime events. There are some times during dialogue and during chase scenes where you will be forced into choosing one of two actions under pressure in a short amount of time. Playing Until Dawn gives me a sort of nostalgia back to when I was a kid reading a bunch of those choose-your-own-adventure books. But truly the amazing thing about Until Dawn is its use of choice. Recently, a lot of games that offer choice decisions in games are more of an illusion. While the ability to make one choice from another is there, a lot of the time these choices end up being irrelevant as the end of the game is nearly identical regardless of what you did up to that point. Fortunately, I'm glad to say that Until Dawn is not one of those games. Simple things like finding a baseball bat early on to more complex situations can lead to many life and death situations. Until Dawn reveals these choices through its butterfly effect system, which is a menu of critical choices that will actually impact and change the game. Whenever you make an important choice, the butterfly effect updates, informing you that the game's narrative has changed. And while some things at that time may seem minor and unimportant, they may come back to help or maybe even haunt you. While there are some small sections of the game where there's more of an illusion of a threat, like some of the chase scene, with messing up QuickTime events yet still being able to escape. It's actually kind of genius, as I've actually seen it trick many gamers, even myself, into a place of comfort, only later to cost me the life of two of my cast members because I didn't take the situation seriously enough. It's when you least expect death that Until Dawn is truly frightening. Many times I got paranoid and terrified to the point of shaking and sweating due to the atmosphere and immersion the game throws you in. It's like you're right there with the characters as you root on certain characters you like and wish death upon others. One small thing I actually love the most about Until Dawn is its cinematic camera angles. It reminded me that of old school camera angles from the Resident Evil games, which makes the game even more scary as you technically can't look behind you or see around a corner. With a surprisingly great cast that gives an amazing stellar performance and amazing graphical fidelity, Until Dawn is one of the best looking video games I've ever played. The graphics truly make this game tiers ahead of other horror games as it really pulls you into the world and makes it feel authentic. There are, however, some areas where the immersion can be broken. For example, early in the game, I noticed there was a lot of technical issues like a low resolution background image of the mountain range and some very noticeable frame drops in the early part of the game. These issues do, however, clear up 30 minutes into the game, and every once in a while the frame rate does drop due to how demanding the game is for the PS4. All in all, Until Dawn is everything that I've been asking for with choice narrative in video games. A strong story, a great group of characters, and strong consequences to your choices is both terrifying and intricate. With multiple branching paths and a dynamic changing story, this game has a ton of replayability to see the game from total different perspectives. If you are a fan of choice and consequence games, I highly recommend this game before Dawn.
That's not good. That's really not good.